What? You got disconnected again, guys. What is going on with this? What's up? What is going on here? But anyways, I'm back, guys. I am back. All right, guys, let's do this. A little bit of technical difficulties to begin with, but if it cuts off again, I will end it and I will restart. But hi, everyone. Good morning. Good night to wherever you are in the world right now. Let's talk about the 2019 AFC Asian Cup round of 16 and beyond. Okay, so group stage is over. We know the 16 teams in the round of 16, and now we will predict who will move on to the last 8. So the first clash, we have Thailand facing China. Thailand, they were runners-up in Group A. For China, they were runners-up in Group C. 25 previous meetings between these two teams, with Thailand winning 5. 3 of those games ending in draws, and 17 wins for China. So right off the jump, we see the favorites here. The favorites are China, but Thailand would want to, prove that, it's just history and they are turning a new leaf here. So they have met twice in the Asian Cup before. A 5-0 win for China in 1988, a 0-0 draw in 1992. China's player to watch is their forward, Wu Lei, while for Thailand, their player to watch is the midfielder, very talented midfielder, Chanatip Songkrasin. He's the guy with the dyed hair. He is awesome. I really like him. China's best finish at the Asian Cup were runners-up in 1984 and in 2004. While for Thailand, their best finish was a 3rd place in 1972. Thailand will be without their defender, Supam Tongson. He picked up 2 yellows in the group phase, and I think he is the only player missing the round of 16 clash with yellow card accumulation. So he will be hoping his team gets through so he can, come back in the quarterfinals. My prediction for this match, well, for Thailand, they started out the tournament very scrappy, losing 4-1 to India. And then they fired their coach and they came back pretty good. Picked up a draw and a win. A draw versus the UAE, win versus Bahrain. Am I right? I'm going off from head right now. So that was a really good performance by Thailand there. For China, they started the tournament off versus Kyrgyzstan, and Kyrgyzstan basically gifted them that win, and they came back. They lost to South Korea and they defeated the other team in the group. I can't think of that other team right now, but anyways, China have not been too convincing in the tournament so far. They haven't been really convincing. So in this game, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Thailand. I'm going to give Thailand the edge here. China could win it, but I'm going to go for Thailand in my prediction. And history is not pointing towards Thailand, but I just have a good feeling about this Thai team right about now. They have looked good since firing their coach. And just the way they play and they pass the ball and their energy, I think they can brush aside a very, rusty-looking, aging Chinese team. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Thailand in this match. Guys, what are your predictions? We have Bethel Kibede up in here. He says a 1-0 win for China. Who else is... Okay, Ali Doust says China as well. We have the football nerd saying Mexico will beat China 5-2. Okay, we're not talking about Mexico right now, but Brian Henry Joseph said 1-0 to Thailand in extra time. So that's a good prediction. I like that prediction. So I'm going to go for Thailand in that game, and I'm going to move on. Don't want to stick too much on, that fixture. Second game, Iran versus Oman. Well, Iran, I think, is a favorite to win this tournament, and they were the winners in Group D. They topped the group in Group D, and Oman, third place, coming through from Group F. They have 10 previous meetings. Iran with 5 wins, 4 of these games ending in draws, and Oman with 1 solitary win. They met 3 times in the Asian Cup, twice in 1996. Iran won both. And in 2004, we had a 2-2 draw between the two teams where Ahmed Mubarak Kano was also involved in that game. So I spoke about him last night, and he is a veteran. He's their captain. Iran, their player to watch, Sadar Azmoun. He has been really, really good in front of the Iranian attack. And for Oman, their player to watch is their veteran captain, Ahmed Mubarak Kano, or Ahmed Mubarak Muhairi. He has a few names. Iran's best finish at the Asian Cup is they won it in 1976. They also won it in 1972, qualified for the World Cup in 1978. That was, a golden generation for Iran there. Oman's best finish. This is the first time they're getting out of their group. So this is their best finish. So awesome stuff to Oman. Round of applause. They have overachieved already at this tournament, and I think they benefited from the expansion of the tournament. So Iran versus Oman. Iran has looked really, really polished in all departments. Goalkeeping, defending, midfield, going forward. Maybe the game against Iraq did not really show us how good Iran played in the tournament, because it's Iraq, it's their biggest ever rivals. So they look good. And I expect them to brush aside a team like Oman like they have been doing in the past. But Oman are not going to sit back and just, lose this game. They're going to give their best, and I think it's going to be a tight one. Iran is a very, very hard team to score against. Right now on my paper, I have a 3-1 win for Iran, and I think that goal is going to come against the run of play, with Oman trying really, really hard to score, and they're going to bag 1. But I think Iran is going to score 3, and they're going to move on to the last 8. So bye-bye Oman and Iran into the last 8. So for the next game, we have Jordan playing Vietnam. Jordan topping their group in Group B. Surprisingly, they have been the dark horses of this tournament, and Vietnam third place in Group C. They have 2 previous meetings, and they met in the 2019 Asian Cup qualifiers. So they are familiar with each other, and both games ended in draws. So it's going to be a really, really tight contest. Jordan's player to watch is Musa Al-Tamari, and for Vietnam, their player to watch is Wen Kong Pham. He has been, he has looked good, despite not really sizzling too much. Jordan's best finish is the quarterfinals in 2004 and 2011. So Jordan has been performing pretty good as of late. And Vietnam's best finish is 4th. But as I said yesterday, their 4th place finishes, which were 2 4th place finishes in 1956 and 1960, the tournament only had 4 teams, so they basically came last in those 2 tournaments. So they qualified one other time, and I think they got knocked out in the group phase. So let's say their best finish is a group phase, because 1956 and 60 does not count. So let's count this as their best ever finish. This is their first time in the knockout phase. So Congratulations to Vietnam. They scraped their way through to the round of 16. Well, Vietnam did not look too bad versus Iraq in the first game. Iraq had to fight hard to come back for that victory. And they got beaten by Iran, and then they brush aside Yemen. Yemen and Oman. Yeah, but I think Jordan has the edge here. But I think this game is going to go to extra time. I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Jordan in extra time. Jordan will move on to another quarterfinals. I think that's a good run for Jordan. Vietnam will just run out of steam, you know, and concede that goal in extra time. So there you have it. Jordan going on to the last 8. And now we have a big one. We have Japan versus Saudi Arabia. The Samurai Blue versus the Green Falcons. So, guys, these two teams have met on 15 previous occasions, with Japan winning 9, Saudi Arabia winning 5, and 1 game ending in draw. So they have met 7 times at the Asian Cup, twice in the finals. Both of those finals, Japan won, and Saudi won the semifinal. They also met in the semifinal. Well, let me rephrase that. They met 7 times at the Asian Cup, twice in the finals, and once in the semifinal. Japan won both the finals, and Saudi Arabia won the other semifinals in 2007 and went on to lose versus Iraq. So Japan, their player to watch. They have plenty, you know, bits and pieces players. No real standout player, but I must say, look out for Yuyo Osako. He scored in the first game, and I think he will be a danger man for Japan going forward. For Saudi Arabia, no-brainer. Their player to watch is their captain, the talismanic captain, Salem Al-Dosari. He is full of tricks, man. He is full of tricks. Could hit him with the right, hit him with the left. He's awesome. He is awesome. Guys, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button yet, please do so. Saudi Arabia's best finish at the Asian Cup is they won it in 1984, 1988, and 1996. While for Japan, their best finish came in 1992, 2000, 2004, and 2011. 2 of those wins were versus Saudi Arabia. This one is a big clash. If there is a big clash in the round of 16, this one right here is the biggest one. So how do you analyze this one? Japan has been really, you know, Japan is like how France was at the World Cup, not, you know, firing on all cylinders, but still managing to win their games. I think they finished with 9 points. And for Saudi Arabia, they looked really, really good. Even against Qatar, a game they lost 2-0. They looked really, really good as well. They looked well-oiled, well-drilled. And, you know, they were unlucky to lose this Qatar, who, let's be fair, Qatar has been on fire. You know, one of the most informed teams in the tournament. This one is a hard one to predict. Is Japan gonna, you know, scrape themselves across the finish line to go into the last 8? Or are we gonna see Saudi Arabia inspired by the likes of Fahad Al-Muallad, Salem Al-Dosari, Bihabri? Can't remember his first name right now. But, and their goalkeeper, Al-Awais. You know, their right back also, I think, I haven't seen Yasser Al-Sharani. I don't know if he's injured, but Saudi Arabia is looking good. And I'm leaning towards Saudi Arabia to win this game. I think this one is going to finish in a 1-1, and it's going to go all the way to penalties. I think this one is going to go to penalties, and Al-Awais is going to come up big for Saudi Arabia and, you know, take them through to the last 8. I'm going for Saudi Arabia here to win on penalties, 4-3 on penalties. That's my prediction here. Oh, the football nerd is also predicting a similar prediction. So, similar result. So, I'm going to go for Saudi Arabia with this one. So, next fixture. South Korea or Korea Republic, who topped Group C versus Bahrain, who were third in Group A. Barely scraping through after picking up a late penalty versus India, picking up a draw in their first game versus the UAE, and losing to Thailand. For South Korea, they won all 3 games, you know, scraping past the likes of Kyrgyzstan. Who were the other teams in that group? China, and it was Kyrgyzstan, China, and South Korea. And who were the other team in that group, guys? Was it Turkmenistan? No. Who was the other team in that group? Damn. Can't remember. But, guys, South Korea, they did not look too good in their first matches without Heung-min Son or Son Heung-min. But when he, oh yes, thank you guys, the Philippines, the footballer, the Philippines, you know, I think their first 2 wins were 1-0 wins, and then they scored 3 versus China, if I can recall. So when Son came into the team, they were a better unit. Let's just say that. I think it was a 2-0 win versus China. Yeah, 2-0. But they were a better unit. They looked much, much better with Son, you know, who is their captain, who has been there since around 2010 for the national team. 3rd AFC Asian Cup. And it could be a big year for South Korea because Son is, you know, a tormentor. You know, he's really, really good. He has been in really good form for Tottenham Hotspur. And, you know, he has been tormenting me in FIFA Ultimate Team as well. Scored a hat-trick against me today. So, Heung-min Son is like, oh, man, he's a menace. So, for these 2 teams, 28 previous meetings, 3 wins for Bahrain, 15 wins for South Korea, 5 draws. They met 3 times at the Asian Cup in 1988. Bahrain won that one. 2007, Bahrain won it. That was a really good Bahrain team. Remember, that was a team that almost qualified for the World Cup. And in 2011, South Korea won that game. So for South Korea, their player to watch is Son Heung-min. And for Bahrain, their player to watch is Mohamed Al-Mohiri. Korea Republic's best finish they were winners in 1956. Tournament only had 4 teams. And in 1960, the tournament only had 4 teams as well. So they basically never won the Asian Cup, the real thing. You know, they were runners-up in 2015, the last edition. All the way to the finals, lost to Australia. So for Bahrain, their best finish was a 4th place finish in 2004. And that was also that golden generation of Bahraini players, you know. Players like, what's his name? Abdul Latif. You know, I covered him in my video. And they did not bring him to the tournament, you know. So I was really surprised that they did not bring him to the tournament. But anyways, in this game, guys, I'm going to go for an emphatic 3-0 victory for South Korea. I think they're going to blow away Bahrain. Bahrain has looked good. They have created a lot of chances. They look good going forward. But I think South Korea is going to be a little bit too much for them. And hello, everyone who has joined the live stream. Really, really appreciate you checking out the video. You know, I was off from work today. It was just a chill day. I was working on the information for this video. I was actually going to go in front my camera and just make a video, edit it and put it out. But I say, you know what, man, that might take too much time. because I want to do it really, really good. And I say, you know what? Let me just come and talk to you guys, you know, one-on-one, because, you know, I might go hard with that video and might not really reach the people who I actually wanted to reach. So I said, you know what? Let me just do it this way. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 win for South Korea. They will move on to the last 8. Remember, they made it to the finals last time around. So for the next fixture, guys, this one is another big one. It's humongous. It's large. This one is Qatar. First place in Group E versus Iraq. Second place in Group D. Wow. This one is a hard one to predict. Anyways, let me give you the tidbits before I get into the nitty-gritty of these two teams. So 27 previous meetings between these two teams. Qatar winning 8. Iraq winning 11, and 8 of these games ending in draws. This will be their first ever meeting at the AFC Asian Cup. So it's a big one, guys. It's a big one. It's historic. It's monumental. Qatar's player to watch is, of course, Almoez Ali. You know, 7 goals so far in the tournament. Should have been 8 or even 9, you know. He has been on fire, you know. He has been really, really good. Clinical, dangerous. He has scored more goals more than any team in the tournament except for Iran, who also scored 7 goals. So that's some really, really good stuff there by the young Qatari striker who has a lot to look forward for in the next few years. You know, stay fit, just keep developing his game, you know, grow stronger. He don't want to get too bulky. He will lose his pace, but you know, he got the 2019 Copa America. It will be it will be awesome to see how he fare against, you know, better defense. You know what I'm saying? So 2022 World Cup as well, and you know, in between those two tournaments, it's gonna be nice. You know, it's gonna be really, really nice. Qatar will be playing a lot of friendlies to keep the, you know what I mean, to keep themselves well oiled up for the big grand finals. And for Iraq, their player to watch is no other than the 18-year-old forward Muhammad Ali. These two forwards has been the best 2 forwards at the tournament, in my opinion. These 2 guys have, you know, they just have endless energy. They just keep running. They make something out of nothing, and that's why both of their teams are in the position they're in right now. Qatar's best finish at the finals. They made it to the quarterfinals in the 2000 edition and the 2011 edition. For Iraq, guys, as you all should know if you are experts at the Asian Cup, Iraq won it in 2007, you know, under their legend Yunus Mahmoud. So Qatar, destroying North Korea, brushing aside Lebanon, brushing aside Saudi Arabia. Qatar has been sublime. They have been awesome at this tournament, you know, really, really impressive. So when people say, oh, Qatar gonna host the World Cup, are they even that good? Yeah, people say, yo, man, you gotta watch Qatar. They are good. They are a good team. For Iraq, had to come from behind versus Vietnam. Smashed Yemen, picked up a draw versus Iran. So they have seen everything. You know, they have been tested. They have been tried. So for Qatar, they haven't really know what it is like to be tested. So it could be a tricky match for them. So Iraq will be coming into this game a little bit more, let's say prepared, or I'm looking for this word, but I can't find the word. But you guys should know what I'm talking about. But it's gonna be a tough one. it's Qatar's, energy and their brilliance versus Iraq's tenacity and their resilience and their never say die attitude. It's a tough one to predict. It's really, really hard to predict, though. It's really, really hard to predict. Okay, Layeth Gaming says, why would he fake his age anyways? No, I just have this thing about, people in Afghanistan and Iraq and some of these places that they always look older than their age, It's nothing against the countries. It's just something I've noticed. But Qatar versus Iraq, I think this one is going to be a high-scoring one. And I think it's going to go to extra time. And Qatar is going to come out victorious 3-2 over Iraq. Sorry for those of you guys who actually thought I was going to predict Iraq to win this one. But I think they're a good team. But Qatar are looking really, really damn good right now. And I don't think they're going to lose in the round of 16. They're going to go further than that. Almoez Ali will bag a brace in this game to go on to 9 goals. Believe that. Believe that. So, on to the next one, guys. On to the next one. The host, UAE, who topped Group A, undefeated, 1 win, 2 draws, and Kyrgyzstan, who were 3rd place in Group C, picking up a win in their final game. So, against the Philippines. Let me mention that. This will be the first meeting between the two teams. So they have never met before in the past. UAE player to watch. I'm going to go for the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Khaled Isa, in this one. And for Kyrgyzstan, it was hard coming up with a player to watch for Kyrgyzstan. Really, really hard. But I think I'm going to go for the young goalkeeper as well. The young goalkeeper, Kyrgyzstani goalkeeper. I'm going to go for 2 goalkeepers in here. You got to keep an eye on them because I think Kyrgyzstan will pose a threat going forward. But they have to keep the UAE out because they will be coming. They definitely will be coming. Of course, the UAE are a better team than Kyrgyzstan on paper and have been proven to be a better team as well. So the UAE's best finish at the tournament has been runners-up in 1996. They lost to Saudi Arabia. And for Kyrgyzstan, this is their best ever achievement because they are making their debut at the tournament. So, for Kyrgyzstan, the reason why I picked their goalkeeper is because in the opening match, the goalkeeper that was in goal, he screwed up versus China big time, big time. I'm talking about the first goal, he volleyballed it back in his own net. And the second goal, it was he did not approach the striker properly. He went around him and put it past him. It was against South Korea. Yes, it was against South Korea. So they changed the goalkeeper. They dropped him and they brought in a young 21-year-old goalkeeper who looks, he's from Kyrgyzstan, but he looks like one of those, Chinese-looking type of Kyrgyzstan people. I might be using the wrong word, but, he looks really good. He looks really good. I don't know his name right now. If anybody know his name, just put it right there in the chat. Don't know his name. I only know one player from Kyrgyzstan, and his name is Anton Zemlyan because I actually covered him. And he has been rather absent at the tournament, so he made me look kind of bad there. So, for this match, this game, the UAE has looked as time went on in the tournament, joined the opening match versus Bahrain, then defeating India in a game I don't think they should have won because India were the better team coming out the blocks, but then they fell away later on in the game. And then they picked up a draw versus Thailand, a goal they should never have conceded. That was a really scrappy goal, but that's just the way it was meant to be. So Kyrgyzstan picking up a win versus Philippines, who, making a debut. It's like a team put together. I don't think a lot of these players were playing together for a very, very long time. And Kyrgyzstan is the better team, of course, and they picked up a win, 3-1. The UAE should fancy this, draw, and I think the UAE are going to win this match 2-0 to move into the last 8. So, yeah, definitely. So, Daniel Refi says Vitaly Lux look really lethal. Okay, so Vitaly Lux is the player who scored the hat-trick in the final game. Yes, he is the player that scored the hat-trick in the final game. I did mention him in a previous live stream. But, when talking about these Vega teams, sometimes the names are hard to come by. We're talking about 24 teams here, and I have to, remember 24 teams. So not everything I'm going to actually be very, very sharp on, especially, Kyrgyzstan. So 2-0 is my prediction for this round of 16 clash. And the last one, guys, the last one is also a big one. We have Australia, who are second in Group B, versus Uzbekistan, second in Group F. They have 3 previous meetings with Australia winning all 3 of them. They met in the 2011 Asian Cup semi-final, where Australia won that game 6-0. Robbie Cruz, who is still a part of the Australian team, is Robbie Cruz still a part of this team, right? Am I right? I think so, right? He scored a goal in that game, and Odil Akhmedov, the current captain, also involved in that fixture. For Australia, player to watch, Aware Mabil, Kenyan-born Australian, he's the black guy that plays for Australia, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But he has been awesome at this tournament. He scored 2 goals and probably set up a few, but he has just brought a new type of energy to this team. I think Australia are missing Daniel Arzani as well. He should have been, I don't know if he's injured right now, but he looks a really good prospect. He is owned by Manchester City. They sent him out on loan, and he would have been a very, very good addition to this team. For Uzbekistan, player to watch, Eldar Shomurodov. He has 4 so far at the tournament. Awesome, awesome stuff. I think Uzbekistan has scored 5 goals so far, and he has scored 4 of them with Odil Akhmedov scoring a free kick, a direct free kick, if I'm not mistaken. But look out for Eldar Shomurodov going forward. Very, very dangerous. Australia's best finish, Australia's best finish, their best finish came in the 2015 edition when they won the tournament, defeating South Korea. And for Uzbekistan, their best finish was a 2011 semi-final, which they lost 6-0 versus Australia. So this will be a big, big match. They will be out for revenge. Okay, so could Uzbekistan, could they get the better of Australia? It's a hard one to predict. It's really, really hard. Really, really, really hard. Wow. Uzbekistan, Australia. Australia has got better as the tournament went on, losing to Jordan in their first game, and then, coming back, picking up 2 victories. For Uzbekistan, they have looked solid throughout the tournament, and I think, you know, they were on top of their group coming into their final match versus Japan, which they lost, and then they had to be second. So if they topped their group, they would have bumped into Saudi Arabia, and then if they actually came second, they face Australia. So any way you put it, Uzbekistan would have met a really, really hard team in the round of 16. For this one, I'm going to go with Australia to win it. I'm going to go with Australia to win it 3-1. 3-1 to Australia. They are a rebuilding team under Graham Arnold, and I think they don't look too bad at all. They don't look too bad at all. With this guy, Awema Bill, in their setup for, let's say, the next 4 years. The next 4 years, because right now he's 23 years old. So for 4 more years, he will still be really, really quick. You know, you don't start slowing down really until you start hitting 29-ish, because I can tell, because I slowed down a lot. You know, I'm past 29 already. So I slowed down a lot. So I know what I'm talking about. So this one, I'm going to go for Australia to win it 3-1. So I don't think a lot of games will go to penalties. I'm actually predicting one game to go to penalties and 4 games. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 3 games to actually go to extra time. But I think most of these games will actually finish in the full 90 minutes. So guys, now that we are done with the round of 16, if you're still here and you have not smashed the thumbs up button, please do so. Please appreciate, you know, the effort here. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me smash the thumbs up button on the video as well. Okay, I just did. So we are now into the quarterfinals, guys. Let's predict the quarterfinals. Remember, this video says 2019 Asian Cup round of 16 and beyond prediction. So I came up with the beyond part right when I was actually making the writing the title. So I think that was a kind of clever. So you guys are going to be surprised by my quarterfinals, my semifinals, and my final picks though. You're really going to be surprised. So in the quarterfinals, we have Thailand coming up versus Iran. Okay, so the War Elephants versus Team Melly. The War Elephants versus Team Melly. This one is a straightforward one to predict. I think Iran will brush aside at Thailand any day, even with a second string team. No disrespect to Thailand, but they can rest some of their bigger players and still brush aside Thailand. So I'm going to go for Iran to win this game, let's say 2-0. Again, Iran, not an easy team to break down. Thailand will not score on Iran. You know, I'm only predicting Oman to score a goal against Iran because Oman will be really, really desperate, really scrapping to get goals, and they will, you know, score one. On that side of the bracket, we have Jordan facing Saudi Arabia. This one is a big clash. I bet these two teams have met each other on a lot of on many occasions. I did not do the research for the Beyond section. I just wanted to, you know, give my, you know, Beyond predictions, beyond the round of 16 predictions. And for Jordan versus Saudi Arabia. Jordan, dark horses of the tournament so far. And I think they're going to get the better of Saudi Arabia if they do meet them in the round, in the last 8. Jordan. I'm going to go for Jordan here. And I'm going to go for a very, very scrappy, a very feisty 2-1 victory for Jordan. So we are done with that side of the bracket. So we will see Iran versus Jordan in the semifinals. So then, the other side of the bracket. South Korea versus Qatar. Wow. This one is a tricky one to predict. This one is a tricky one to predict. But guys, believe it or not, I'm gonna go with Qatar with this one. I really, I have faith in this Qatari team right now. Hassan Al-Haydos, Ali, Almoez Ali, and there's another player, I can't remember his name right now. I think it's Afif. But these guys have been sizzling, man. So I'm going to go for Qatar to tackle the big team, South Korea. Heung-min Son, he's going to go back early to join up Spurs, who really need him right now. So, yes, thank you, Advenko. I remembered his name, Afif. So I'm going to go for Afif is FIFA backwards. Proof Qatar is corrupt. Oh! I like that one. I like that one, Advenko. I like that one. Wow. Wow. And that tells you how much Qatar is going to do well at this tournament. So I'm going to go for Qatar, to move on. I think this one is going to go to extra time. This one is going to go to extra time. It's going to be 0-0 after 90 minutes. And Qatar is going to win 1-0 after extra time here. 1-0 after extra time for Qatar. Hi, everyone who have joined the stream late. Really appreciate you stopping by. And the next one, UAE versus Australia. I'm going to go for Australia with this one. Australia bouncing back from their opening day loss, and I think they're going to make a deep run in the tournament to try to successfully, defend their title. Australia versus the UAE, I think this one is going to be, a very feisty one as well. It's going to be a 2-1 win for Australia. The UAE, bye-bye the host. Bye-bye to the host. So it will be Qatar versus Australia in the semifinals. Iran versus Jordan. So Jordan making a very, very deep run to the semifinals, and that will be their best ever finish if they actually make it to the semis. So for Iran, remember they have not won this thing since 1976, so it's a very, very big tournament for them under their veteran manager Carlos Queiroz. So Team Melli versus Jordan. Can't remember Jordan's nickname right now. I don't know why, but I just can't remember their nickname right now. What is Jordan's nickname, Advenko? What is Jordan's nickname? Let me know. I'm running blank on their nickname right now. Running blank on Jordan's nickname. But Iran will win this match. I'm going Nashama. Can't remember that one. Can't remember that one. But Iran will not concede any goals against Jordan. I'm going to go for the Knights or something like that. Yes, I think it's the Knights. I think it's something like that. But I'm going to go for Iran to win it and end Jordan's very successful 2019 AFC Asian Cup campaign. A big one, Qatar 2022 World Cup hosts versus Australia. This one is another hard one to predict, so I'm going to think about this one for 10 seconds. Qatar versus Australia. Let me think. Qatar versus Australia. Let me think. Almoez Ali versus Aware Mabil. Hassan Al-Haydos versus Tommy Rogic. You know what, guys? Oh, man. I'm going to go for Qatar with this one. I'm going to go for Qatar to defeat the Socceroos. So the Maroons to defeat the Socceroos here. And Qatar will be in their first ever. Is this their first ever Asian Cup finals? So I'm going to go for Qatar to win this one. And this is going to be a 2-0 victory for Qatar, with Almoez Ali scoring his 10th goal in the tournament. Awesome, awesome stuff. And it will be Iran versus Qatar in the grand final. Iran Team Melly versus the Maroons in the final of the 2019 AFC Asian Cup. And the grand champions will be Team Melly. I think Team Melly is going all the way. You guys should have known this. I said it since the draw was made, since I did a reaction to the draw. I think Team Melly is going to win this one. They look good at the World Cup, despite not even making it to the round of 16. They really, really tested Spain. They really, really tested Portugal, and they defeated Morocco. So I think Iran are going to go all the way with this bunch of guys looking really, really good, and they are going to win the damn thing. They are going to win the damn thing, man. I'm going to go for Iran. I know Daniel Referee must be extremely, extremely happy with this prediction, but I have to go with Iran. So what I want to do right now, I want to actually try to say some of these Iranian players' names. Okay, we have the man Sadar Azmoun up top. He has played 43 games, scoring 27 times. The man has a very, very good conversion rate. Wow. Mehdi Tarami, 38 matches, 15 goals. He is also good. He plays for Al Gharafa. Sadar Azmoun plays in Russia for Rubin Kazan. Karim Ansifarad, he plays for Nottingham Forest in the English Championship. 74 caps, 18 goals. See, this team is damn good, right, guys? We have Ashkan Dejaga. He's the vice captain. Sometimes he is the captain most of the time. 32-year-old. He plays for Shakhtar Saji. He has 55 caps, 10 goals. I thought he had more caps than that, but he had a little hiatus from the national team. So I could remember him playing for some bigger teams. Yeah, he played for Fulham, Wolfsburg, Hertha Berlin, and one game for Nottingham Forest. So Ashkan Dejaga actually played for the German youth teams. Awesome, awesome stuff. He spent most of his time, his youth career was playing in the Hertha Youth Academy. So I did not know that. I just found that out. So these guys are good. Ali Reza Jahanbakhsh, he plays for Brighton Hove and Albion. 44 caps, 5 goals. Mehdi Torabi. So we have Mehdi Taremi and Mehdi Torabi. He plays for Percy Palace, the Iranian champions. 26 caps, 6 goals. We have Saman Godos. He plays for Amiens in the league. I think is Amiens in league all right now. I'm not even sure, but he has 18 caps, 2 goals. Vahid Armeri. Vahid Armeri started playing at 28 years old, and he has 46 caps already. So he has been very much part of this setup. Omid Ebrahimi. He plays for Al Akli in Qatar. Then we have Masoud Shojai. He is the official captain. He's 34 years old, plays for Tractor Sazi. That's an Iranian team. And we have Ahmad Nuralahi, 26-year-old, plays for Percy Palace. So it's a mixture of local and overseas-based players. That's what makes this team really, really good. I like the look of this team. Then we have Rusbe Sheshmi. He plays for Esteglal. That's one of the top teams in Iran as well. Then we have Ramin Rezayain. I really can't say these names, but, these guys are freaking awesome, man. These guys are awesome. And then we have Majid Husseini, Pejman Montazeri, Hussein Kananizadegan. Oh my God. Good, you guys. I don't think Daniel Refi's real name is Daniel Refi, though. It's probably one of these long names. Then we have Morteza Purali Ganji, Milad Mohammadi. Wow. Wow. Anyways, and Ali Reza by Ranvand. and Amir Abedzadeh. But anyways, guys, thank you for, bearing with me through that very, very painful Iranian name dropping. But I do think the Iran team will definitely go on to win this tournament. What do you guys think, man? Who are your picks to win this thing? Who are your picks to win this? Who are your picks to win the 2019 AFC Asian Cup? And about the Daniel Refi name, I actually know his real name too. And I don't think he realized I know his real name. He emailed me one time and the email has his real name in it. So just to let you know, Danny, I knew your real name very, very long time ago. So, and it's not one of those weird names. It's not one of those weird names. So Layeth Gaming says Iraq, of course, or maybe Iran. So we have, yes, Advenco, exposed. So who are your picks? Who are you picking to win the tournaments, guys? Let me know who are you picking to win the tournament. I am picking Iran or Qatar. I think Qatar will make a deep run in the tournament. Round of 16 is on Sunday. I think there's 3 games on Sunday. Guys, okay, I'm going to let you guys pick. Since you guys take the time out to actually watch my live stream, I'm going to let you pick. Should I do a live stream to recap the round of 16 fixtures, all of them, so I can talk to you guys one-on-one and go in depth? What do you guys think? Live streaming or videos? What do you guys think? Live streaming or videos? Because I haven't been doing a lot of live streaming, but what I like about live streaming, it saves me a lot of time and I get to talk to you guys. But what I like about videos is that people tend to watch videos more because it's like actually shorter and it's like, I could put up the graphics and stuff. So you guys are saying live streams. You guys like the live streams, man. Awesome, awesome. So Ali Dowse is saying both, mix it up. Okay, both, mix it up. The thing I like about you see the thing about me, I'm very versatile when it comes to making videos. I can do like straight off the top videos. Like after the game, I can talk about the game straight off the top. Then I have the videos where I actually write the material, like what I'm doing right now. I have all the material written down, so I put in a lot of work for these, man. I put in a lot of work for these. So Sports Highlights HD says videos, but okay, so Sammy says maybe for semis, do real videos. I understand. I could also do a mixture of both. I could also make a quick video talking about the semifinal fixtures and then all the quarterfinals. And then I could even do a live stream on top of that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But what I like about live stream, guys, you have to understand that I don't have a lot of free time, I make this time. I stay up late and then I have to go to work in the morning. Sometimes I get 3 hours sleep. 3 hours. I get up, go to work, and I'm tired as hell at work. But then again, it's only like for a month because it's a tournament. But yeah. But as Sammy said, round of 16, too many teams to do a real video on. Yes, is I could have done it, but the thing is, I did not have enough time. Like, I did have the time. Let me not tell lies. I did have the time, but I just had to just sit down and dedicate the time to write the material. Then after writing the material, actually sit down in front of the camera, record it, and then right after, like edit it. But to be honest, man, I've been kind of lazy. I've been really lazy. After grinding out the first 10 days. So I figured, you know what? Let me take it easy, man. I'm going too hard on myself right now. I'm going really, really hard. But guys, a little bit of Q&A. Okay, we have a good comment here. Sports Highlight HG says, Indian defender Sandesh Jingan got an offer from Qatari club Al Gharafa after his good performances in the Asian Cup. What's your opinion on this? I think it is a great offer, but will he take it? Will he take it? I don't know too much about the Indian players or where they play. I think Sunil Chetri plays for Bengaluru FC. That's about it. I might even be wrong on that, but I think for an Indian player getting an offer overseas in Qatar, that is big. That is big. And Jingan, if any player has to get that offer, it will be him, because he was good. He was good at the tournament. If India had another defender like Jingan, they would have been in the round of 16. They would have been in the round of 16. They would have been playing South Korea, or I think they would have actually came second to face China, a team who they just picked up a draw against. I think India would have beaten China. India would have beaten China. But as I said earlier, as I said before, you know, when, for example, you see a nice girl, she's really pretty, and you're not really thinking that you can get that girl, and then, or she would even talk to you, and then you try a thing, and she talks to you, and you're like, you're stuck. You don't know where to go from there. That's exactly what happened to India. You know, they picked up the first win versus Thailand, and then after that, they're like, what? And then the opportunity passed them by. That is exactly what happened to India. So, yes, Sammy, imagine Arzani, Rogic, Mabil. Yes, Arzani, I really like the look of him from the 2018 World Cup. And, yeah. And as Danny Refi said, India got a bit too overconfident. And a lot of people like to say the Indian fans, they don't like the Indian fans. The thing about a lot of Indian fans is there is some fans who are very rational and will give you their honest opinion and, you know, will rationalize. But there's some fans who just say, India, 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 India. India versus Argentina, India gonna smash Argentina. And that's what people don't like, you know. So you can't blame people for being enthusiastic about their national teams, you know. You really can't blame them. So, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. You know, before I go, it's late. I have work early in the morning. Supposed to be a terrible day today. It's already Saturday, January 19th. Supposed to be a horrible day. Supposed to snow. So I have to be at work in that kind of condition and not looking forward to it. Planning to work all 12 hours tomorrow. So I'm not really looking forward to it. So, yeah. India can win Argentina in FIFA 19. Definitely. Definitely. But it's still very hard. It's still very, very hard to do something like that. So, Dom, you hear about that snowstorm coming on the East Coast? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We're supposed to have a snowstorm. So I'll see how it goes tomorrow and Sunday. I don't know if they'll actually freeze our shift and we will be stuck at work for 12 hours on both days, but not looking forward for that. Okay. So football cricket is asking my age. My age. Someone telling my age. I'm very old. I'm not young. I'm not a young man anymore. Morteza Segedi. Can you pronounce my name? Layeth Gaming says 65. But guys, let me tell you a quick story, man, before I go. Yes, quick story before I go, man. I was playing FIFA Ultimate Team today, right? FIFA Ultimate Team today. Oh my God, guys. Someone said that FIFA Ultimate Team is gonna be very frustrating, and I laughed it off and I said, oh, whatever, it's gonna be all right. I'll be okay. And I'm seeing exactly what they're talking about. I've been seeing it. I've gotten a lot better. I've got a lot better at the game, but the weekend league, foot champions, the weekend league has to be the most difficult, the most annoying version, the mode of the game I have ever played. It is unfair to regular players like me because I qualified for the weekend league, you know, after beating people, you know, online. And the first time I played the weekend league, I won 6 out of 30 matches. First, they make you play play 5 games to see how you stack up. I lost all those games. And then you have 30 games, or something like that it goes. Then I lost freaking 24 out of 30. And let's say at least 10 of those 24 losses, I could have won them. But it was just so like last minute, you know, conceding goals last minute. Then there's a penalty shootout a few times. And then in the penalty shootout, like if you barely touch the toggle switch, the ball goes wide. I really don't know how they do it. I don't understand. This mode of the game is so fucking shitty. I'm telling you. And then I qualified for the weekend league again. And I was playing weekend league. And I lost my first 14 games. It's so ridiculous. Like, every team that I face, guys, every single team, they're filled with icons and they're filled with 93 rated players, Hazard, Ronaldo, Neymar. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to beat these guys? These guys have been playing FIFA since God knows when. And I just started playing freaking FIFA Ultimate Team this year. How am I supposed to beat these guys? So it's just guys, I was so frustrated because I actually got a matchup that I could actually win. Like I could actually beat this person. I'm like, ooh, because when I'm playing against an opponent, I feel him out and I'm like, I could beat this person by the way they play and I scored and then they scored and then every time I go up to, I kept hitting I'm hitting the post, I'm hitting the crossbar and I'm like, I'm missing some easy shots and I'm like, there has to be some kind of conspiracy against me because how am I missing these shots? And guys, I got so frustrated. I'm like, I want to mash up everything in this room. That's how frustrating it got. And I got to my breaking point, guys. I got to my breaking point. I can't even remember what prompted me to do it, but I was playing the person and I think I was down 2-1. I was still pretty much in the game. I was in the game. I was creating a lot of chances, but every time I went up, I would miss these chances. And like, there was no explanation why I missed the chances. And the goalkeeper I'm like, why is the goalkeeper stopping everything? Guys, I got so pissed. I took the controller and I just smashed it on the table. I had a glass with water. It fell on the ground. The laptop was on there. My phone, I'm like, the controller, the game froze. It's saying something about the controller got disconnected. I was just like so messed up, man. I was like, I'm done with this. And then I started up the other controller and then I realized the controller was still working after I banged it so hard. And then I exited and I have not played the weekend league since then. I don't even think I want to play the weekend league again. It's stupid. It is stupid, man. It's stupid. It's called scripting, Dom. EA purposely make you play worse to help the opponent. It's so stupid. I'm telling you. I'm saying, if we're in the weekend league and you play 5 matches to rank me. You're ranking me. I lost all 5 matches. Obviously, play me against people who also lost 5 games. It's a no-brainer. Why you playing me against fucking champions? People who have Maradona and Ronaldo and all these icons in their teams, and like, how am I so it's stupid. It's just stupid, I'm telling you. And then you play all those games and then you get shit rewards. It's dumb. But I must say that playing all these games, and I've started playing in only world class mode, I got so much better at the game. I got so much better, like I can destroy the regular person now, you know. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the little rant, the little story. But the game is so frustrating, and I've been grinding on the game trying to get the Virgil van Dijk, you know. Again, they make these SBCs so difficult, you know. For the regular person, it's like super hard to get. I had to spend 30 days to get Sol Campbell. I finally got him. It was like forever. Just grinding on the game just to get the icon player. Calypso Boy icon. Calypso Boy is coming back after the Asian Cup, just to let you guys know that. But I got the icon and it made the team so much better. You know, the team is so much better. And then while I'm trying to get Virgil van Dijk, they bring out these future stars to make the players in the thing more expensive so people could buy packs and open packs. And then you never pack these guys. The people who pack the guys are very, very lucky and not me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just frustrating, man. It's just frustrating. But you know what's not frustrating? The 2019 AFC Asian Cup. I've really, really enjoyed covering it. And I've really enjoyed you guys, you know, watching me cover it and discussing all the games with me, sharing your thoughts, sharing your predictions, joining today's live stream. And with that said, guys, I like to, you know, leave you guys right there. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for joining. I like to say thank you very much. Peace out. Rich Squad.